Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another English shadowing story. This video will help you improve your English speaking and listening skills. Please listen carefully. After each sentence, pause the video and repeat after me. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Daniel Carter. This is not a happy story at the beginning, but it becomes a meaningful one. I am 29 years old. I live in a small town. Nothing special ever happens here. Every morning, I wake up at the same time. I look at the ceiling. I feel tired even before the day starts. I work at a grocery store. My job is simple. I put items on shelves. I clean the floor. I smile at customers. People think I am okay, but inside I feel empty. I used to have dreams, big dreams. I wanted to travel. I wanted to do something important. But life did not go that way. After my father died, everything changed. I stopped believing in myself. I stopped trying. One evening, after work, I walked home slowly. The sky was gray, the air was cold. I felt very alone. When I reached my apartment, I sat on the stairs. I did not want to go inside. The room felt too quiet. I closed my eyes. I took a deep breath. That was when I heard a voice. I opened my eyes slowly. The voice was soft. It sounded tired, like mine. "Are you okay?" the voice asked. I looked to my left. An old man was sitting on the stairs. He was holding a small paper bag. "Yes, I think so," I answered, but my voice did not sound confident. The old man smiled a little. He had deep lines on his face. His hair was white. "Long day?" he asked. I nodded. "Long life," I said quietly. He laughed softly. "That's a good answer," he said. We sat there in silence for a moment. The street was quiet, only the sound of cars far away. "My name is Henry," he said. "I live upstairs." "My name is Daniel," I replied. Henry opened his paper bag. Inside were 2 cups of coffee. "Want some?" he asked. I hesitated. Then I said yes. The coffee was warm. It smelled good. "Thank you," I said. "You look like someone who is carrying a lot," Henry said. I looked at him. I did not know why, but I felt safe. "I don't know what I'm doing with my life," I said. "I feel stuck." Henry nodded slowly. "I felt the same way once," he said. "When?" I asked. "When I was your age," he replied. I looked surprised. "You?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "I was lost. I was angry. I was afraid." "What changed?" I asked. Henry looked up at the sky. Then he said, "I decided to do one small thing every day." "One small thing?" I repeated. "Yes," he said. "Not big dreams, not big plans, just one small step." I thought about that. "What kind of step?" I asked. He smiled again. "Anything that moves you forward." We finished our coffee. The cups were empty. Henry stood up slowly. "Good night, Daniel," he said. "Remember, one small thing." That night, I could not sleep. I kept thinking about his words. The next morning, I woke up early. I felt different, not happy, but lighter. At work, I did something new. I talked to a customer longer than usual. I smiled for real. After work, I did not go straight home. I walked to the library. I had not been there in years. I took a book about photography. I used to love photography. That was my small thing. The next day, I did another small thing. I took photos with my phone. Nothing special, just streets, just people. Days passed, then weeks. I started to feel alive again. One evening, I met Henry on the stairs again. I did a small thing, I told him. He smiled proudly. That's how it starts, he said. Months later, my life was not perfect, but it was moving. I saved money. I bought a simple camera. I started sharing my photos online. People liked them. One day, someone offered me a small job. Just one job. I remembered Henry's words. One small thing. I said yes. Today, I am still learning, still growing, still scared sometimes, but I am no longer stuck. Sometimes, all you need is a moment, a stranger, a small step. This is my story. Now let's practice together. Listen again. Pause after each sentence. Repeat after me. Speak slowly, speak clearly. Practice every day, even a little. I will see you again in the next English shadowing story. The next morning, I woke up before my alarm. The room was quiet. Light came through the window. For the first time in a long time, I did not feel tired. I made myself a cup of tea. I sat near the window. I watched people walk to work. I thought about Henry again. I wondered where he went every day. I wondered what his story was. That evening, I waited on the stairs. He came at the same time as before. Slow steps, calm face. "You're early," he said. "I was waiting," I replied. He smiled. "That means you're changing." We sat down again. No coffee this time, just silence. "Tell me something," I said. "How did you know I needed help?" Henry looked at me. "Because someone once helped me," he said. "When?" I asked. "On a train," he replied. "Many years ago." I leaned forward. I wanted to listen. "I was young," he began. "I had no money, no plan, no hope. The train stopped late at night. I was scared. A woman sat next to me. She asked one question." "What question?" I asked. Henry smiled softly. She asked, "What do you really want?" I thought about that question. I had never answered it. "What did you say?" I asked. I said, "I don't know," Henry replied, and that was the truth. That night, after Henry left, I asked myself the same question. What do I really want? The answer did not come fast. Days passed. I kept asking. At work, on the bus, before sleep. One night, I wrote the answer on paper. I want to feel proud of myself. It was simple, but it felt right. From that day, I changed my routine. I woke up earlier. I practiced photography every morning. I failed many times. Photos were bad, light was wrong, but I continued. One afternoon, I saw something beautiful. A child laughing in the rain. I took the photo. It was perfect. I showed it to Henry that night. He looked at it carefully. Then he nodded. "You found your voice," he said. Weeks later, something unexpected happened. A small gallery contacted me. They wanted to show my work. I was scared. "I am not ready," I told Henry. "You never feel ready," he replied. "You go anyway." The night before the gallery opening, I could not sleep. My hands were shaking. My heart was loud. At the gallery, people stopped in front of my photos. They looked. They talked. Someone smiled. Someone cried. A woman came to me. "This photo helped me," she said. I felt something warm in my chest. That night, I understood something important. Growth is quiet. Change is slow, but it is real. Later, I went home. I sat on the stairs. Henry's seat was empty. The next day, and the next, I did not see him again. Weeks later, I asked the building manager. "Henry?" he said. "Oh, he moved away." I felt sad, but I also felt grateful.
Years have passed now. I still do one small thing every day. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I win, but I always move forward. Maybe you are like me. Maybe you feel stuck. Remember this: you don't need a big change. You need one small step. This story is not finished yet, because your story continues. Now, pause. Repeat after me. Speak slowly. Feel the words. We will continue together.
One evening, I sat alone in my room. The city lights were quiet. The noise felt far away. I thought about everything that had happened. The stairs, the coffee, Henry. I realized something. Henry did not change my life. I changed it myself. He only reminded me who I already was. Sometimes people come into your life not to stay, but to wake you up. I stood up. I looked at myself in the mirror. I was not the same person anymore. I was calmer, stronger, more honest with myself. The next morning, I did my small thing again, just like always. Not because I was scared of being stuck, but because I loved moving forward. Days turned into months, months into years. Life was not perfect, but it was mine. Sometimes I still sit on stairs, sometimes I still drink coffee alone, and sometimes I help someone without knowing it. Maybe one day you will be someone's Henry, or maybe you are waiting for your own moment. If you feel lost, this is your reminder. You are not broken. You are becoming. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to begin. One small step. This is not just my story. It can be yours too. Now let's practice together. Listen again. Pause after each sentence. Repeat after me. Feel the rhythm. Feel the emotion. This is how confidence grows. This is how English becomes natural. Thank you for learning with me. Thank you for staying until the end. I will see you in the next English shadowing story.